Welcome to the Juniper Veil. Today I'll be doing a spread on raising your vibration. It's from a blog that I found online. I already pulled the cards because I had actually already started the video, and then I realized that I was reading it incorrectly. So I said, you know what, I'm just gonna start all over again, but I kept the cards out. So I'm reading for Kamala Harris, and I'm reading on raising her vibration. So the first card that you pull talks about what you're calling in and what you want. The second card that you pull is what you've already called in and already attracted. And the third card is the things that light us up and what we live for. So before I get started in reading these cards, I just wanted to show you that I'm also using the Work Your Light deck. I'm going to pull that as a fourth card. What was really interesting is in the blog where I found this spread, they also used this deck. So they used it for a fourth card. So I was like, oh, I'm definitely going to do that because this is a great deck. I don't get to use it that much. It's absolutely beautiful deck. So I think if you were wanting to work within yourself, give yourself, guidance, this is a really good deck to use that and do that with because it has multiple kind of sections of cards for you for that purpose. So it's really good. These cards are the Blooming Cat Tarot. Very cute cards. They also come with astrological sign cards. So that was really cute. So happy Taurus season for all of you Taurus out there. Your element is Earth. Your ruling planet is Venus. Your major arcana card is the Hierophant. Your stones are emerald, rose quartz. Your colors are green and pink. Your lucky numbers are 5, 6, 12. And your flower is poppy and or rose. You are dedicated, responsible, practical, but can also be stubborn and flexible and possessive. So if you're a Taurus sun or a Taurus rising or a Taurus moon, I guess you can kind of think about where this fits in with your life. And then the one other thing that I want to mention is Jan from Silky Steel Kitchen Witchery. She made me my very own Florida water. So she does these great videos online where she's a green witch and she will show you how to make stuff. She does the Florida water. She does soaps. She has a cool video on how to make hair gel, which I didn't know you could make. So I was absolutely like dumbfounded you could make hair gel. This is her cool little label there. I really like that. And she also made me this fantastic soap that smells so good. It's got the piece of orange here, dried orange, and it smells delicious. I don't even know how to explain how it smells, but it smells fantastic. So thank you, Jan, for that so much. So go to her channel. You learn how to make a lot of really cool stuff. And hopefully she'll be, I don't know, selling this stuff soon. I hope. I don't know. I would buy it. It smells fantastic. So thank you so much, Jen. All right. So let's get to the reading that I had started, and then I started doing this wrong. So again, these are you pull three cards. You may ask, what is raising your vibration about? And I find, especially personally, that it's about understanding how to ignore the garbage in a way. Like 2025 would have been very hard of a year if I hadn't found the channels for tarot and intuitives. Um, they helped me get through 2025. And I realized, I guess it kind of helped me in a way raise my vibration. And I think that just helped me to ignore, like I said, the garbage, right? You can acknowledge the difficulties that are going on in this world right now, but you don't have to let it take over your light or your soul or your mind. And I think raising your vibration really helps you with that. So I wanted to share this tarot spread. I always try to find spreads that raise your vibration, raise your frequency. I think they both really mean the same thing, because people seem to be interested in that. And I think it's kind of just healthy for you as well. So I was reading this from the eyes of Kamala Harris. Um, how does she raise her vibration? So first card is what she's calling in and what she wants. So we have this Knight of Cups. Cups are the water sign. They also talk about intuition. They talk about social relationships. They talk about love. They also kind of help you come to solutions. So cups help to point you to solutions. They help you with your intuition, with your emotions, with your relationships. Knights are doers. They're like action cards. They know their path and they want to get on with it, right? They have this goal of accomplishment. They're dedicated and they're messengers. So, what I think this card is saying for Kamala is she's calling in this. This is what she wants. She wants to find a solution. She sees what's going on. She does very much care about the country. She wants to make those social relationships. She is digging into her intuition. She's being compassionate and she wants to come to a solution. So that's what she's calling in. She wants to, accomplish that goal of finding a solution for people. I don't know in what way she's going to do it. I feel she's doing a lot behind the scenes, which is why we don't see her out all the time, which is understandable to me. Um, she's probably still going to have some type of role in the government. We'll see. We'll see what she does. But I think she has a plan and she's going with that plan. So she's already called in and attracted the Empress, right? So we have this Empress here. She has a little pomegranate that helps to show that this is the Empress. You see that often with tarot cards. And the Empress is a motherly figure. The Empress is usually shown as pregnant. Um, she's taking care of things, right? So I think this is saying what she's already called in and what she's already attracted. So, she was always shown as that kind of auntie, right? As somebody that would help to take care of us in a way. So I think she already called that in. She already attracted it. People felt that way about her, that she would fix things. And I still think she can. Um, should she be president or run for president? I don't know. Sometimes I say yes, sometimes I say no. That's my own personal feelings. But I think that she should have some form or some position in the government to help the next administration. Notice how I'm assuming the next administration is Democratic. So, because I feel like she has that ability, right? She has a plan. She's very smart. She wants to solve problems, but she's also motherly. She's also somebody that people trust. So the last card is the things that light us up and what we live for. So it's interesting that she got the Nine of Swords. You see that little kitty is exhausted. So swords talk about difficult situations. They talk about, but they also talk about growth and development of the conscious mind, which is interesting. But they can be cutting yourself off from intuition. What I find very interesting about this card for her when it says what lights things up is it says, well, this makes sense because she was a district attorney, correct? I believe so. I mean, a lawyer, I mean, they would run and jump into difficult situations. They, they want to solve the problems. They want the hard problems. So it doesn't surprise me that she got this card. And nines are about compassion, right? They are about attaining wisdom through experience. She had a very difficult time when it came to the campaign. Um, that whole thing must have been a mess. I can't imagine how she would feel. But you know what? She is a fan of difficult situations. It's not gonna. knock her out. She's going to take the time to think about, okay, what have we learned and what can we do differently? She's a fighter. So she likes the fight, and she wants to help people. So I feel like this is kind of her in a nutshell in a way. And this is how she raises her vibration. And I think she wants to also help other people raise their vibrations. She probably doesn't say it like that, but that's what she's kind of doing in a way. So the last card I want to pull for this is the Work Your Light Oracle deck. And so this kind of gives a little bit more context to the reading. And it kind of gives us a bit of, or at least for her, when I pull this for her, it'll give her kind of like advice for how to go forward from here for her future. So, spirit guides, what should Kamala do to bring this all together, to raise her vibration, raise her frequency? These are beautiful cards too. You could do a whole nice reading with these cards for yourself personally. The ever unfolding rose. Cracked open, it's happening for you, not to you. So I'm going to look this up a little bit more. As you can see, these cards, they have confirmation cards, they have inquiry cards, they have action cards, activation cards, and transmission cards. So they all kind of fall into this different category. So it's kind of nice. So this is the ever unfolding rose. Where is it? It's in here someplace. There's no like numbers or anything, so it's not like okay. It's a confirmation card. So 24. So the challenge of life is to keep your heart open when you most want to close it, to let life crack you open, to open through hurt and loss, to allow what is falling away to fall away. So this is basically saying everything's going to be okay. Let it crack you open. So I think the best thing she can do is really be honest, even show emotion, say how she felt, say how she feels. How are things going right now? How does that make her feel? When she lost the election, how did that make her feel? Let people in. Don't be afraid to do that. It's hard in politics because you don't know when people are being sincere or not. So you don't want to be seen as like placating or anything like that. But I think she just needs to show as much honesty as she can. And I think that's going to help her with raising her vibration. So I hope you like these cards. I would definitely encourage you to go and do this for yourself. I'll put the link from the blog in my description. I'll also put Jan's link in there. So you can read over the blog yourself, get more information. You don't have to use these cards just because I did. If you have some other type of oracle cards that you want to use, feel free. Um, and yeah, I think you can also use oracle cards for here as well if you would like instead of tarot. So it's up to you which cards you use. But this is the basic spread. So thank you very much. I'll be live again Cinco de Mayo with Judy's Healing Fire. It'll be actually I'll host it. It'll be on my channel. That is Cinco de Mayo at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So hopefully I'll see you there and have a great day.